What's going on? Um, this one's this one's gonna be a rough one. Um, I gotta keep my reading glasses on because I didn't sleep more than 2 hours, and my neck is killing me right now, and I can't quite read my. I actually have notes this time. Um, being that it's September and Suicide Prevention Month, and I hate the fact that we, for whatever reason, self-censor the word suicide, and I'm going, no, it we can't lessen that word because it happens every day. It happens all the time, and the thing is that um, I don't even know how to get started on this. um, I'll give you analogy, metaphor, whatever the hell you want to call it. There are times where I still get the meanings of both of those confused. But here's the thing. Let's say you're moving. Are you going to move all of your things by yourself? You'll probably move a lot of things by yourself, especially if you're a stubborn-headed dude like I am and many of us are. But you're not going to take time to move anything that you can't move on your own. Pots, pans, boxes, pack all shit up. Definitely should be packing all your shit up. And it comes down to whenever you're moving a couch or a fridge or a washer or dryer or chest of drawers, a chef robe, a credenza, an armoire, shit like that, you're going to ask for help. And you should. You should ask for help. Because if you don't ask for help, could damage whatever you're moving, could damage the house, could damage the vehicle, could damage the house that it's going into, and damage the item going back into its place again. So there's all types of things that can go wrong. So we all completely understand to ask for help for moving heavy things. And we ask for help, and there's times where they'll be like, you grab that end, I'll get this end, or who's gonna walk, bitch, who's not. Turn, twist, pivot. We all know where that's from. And you're gonna reach out to people and ask for help with it. That's just how it goes. It's the smart thing to do. Nobody moves by themselves. At worst case scenario, you're going to call a moving company and have them come move your shit. And it's not just going to be one dude. It's going to be many people. Depending on the size of the house and how much stuff, they may have a team of 6 to 10 come out to knock it all out. When I moved from St. Charles to University City here in St. Louis, I remember it took less than 2 hours, and that was with drive time, because I had 90% of the things packed. The stuff that needed to be moved was already in my car or already where it was supposed to be, and it was just pick it up, get it in the goddamn truck, drive to the other spot, unload it. We were done. Like I said, it was less than 2 hours, and I think I had 11 people come help. And Pit Boss's husband D, he goes, I hate moving people. I hate it with a passion, because half the time it's, well, now I got to help you pack shit up. He goes, moving you, I'll move you every single time. I don't give a shit. He goes, this is the easiest stuff I've ever had to do. I'm going, many hands make light work. I do all the prep work. I'm going, it's just, I got these last few things I got to pack up, take all this shit, put it in there. Just be careful with it. And I've marked on most of the boxes, like kitchen stuff, glass, alcohol, whatever. I've got it all marked. So just be careful with the stuff you know you need to be careful with. And since I have a lot of books, I even took other parts and you put books in other boxes so you don't have a whole big box of books and it's just a 50-pound box. It's like, fuck, this thing sucks. The point of all this is when you're moving physical things, you ask for help. But why is it whenever it comes to mental things, we never ask for help? There's a conversation, and it's with the Do, Smitty, and some of the other guys that he plays with. I'm going to think of other names as I speak, but he's like, if I was going through something, will you guys be there for me? No, absolutely not. He goes, I hope whatever it is sucks. I hope whatever it is kills you and I go to your funeral knowing I probably could have stopped it. And it's just a whole big thing of them just giving this dude all kinds of shit for it. And there's always mixed feelings when it comes to that video, because on one hand you have people asking, do you guys really not like them as a friend? Like, why would you do that? Like, that's a friend of yours. And the other half is, yeah, fuck them. But the, yeah, fuck them group knows exactly what they're going to do. And they're giving him shit because it's like, dude, you know if you're going through some shit and you reach out, I'm going to be there. And every single one of those guys that just blasted the shit out of him will be the first ones in a car, bus, train, or plane to be wherever he is to help him through it. Every single one of them. And when you have situations that come around, it's hard sometimes to reach out, because many of us guys, when we were little, we reached out, and at some point, you're given a line, something along with the capacity of, time for you to be a big boy now. Big boys don't do this. And then as you grow into that level, it's be a man. Like, you go from baby to big boy to man. There's no other levels to it. But when you have someone that you know, if you call at 3:00 in the morning, and if they hear the phone and they pick up, and you're like, what's going on, man? Hey, I know it's late. Is there any way that, you can meet me? Yeah, man. What's going on? I really need someone. Yeah. Let me wake up a little bit. Where you need me to go? You need to come here? Need me to go there? You want me to, like, Waffle House or something? What's going on? Like, can you meet at, like, IHOP? Yeah. Give me like half an hour, right? Let me wake up a little bit and put my contacts in and try to not stink and not go out in public indecently. And I'll be there. But the thing is that we've started to tell ourselves they've got too much shit going on to listen to me complain. I've already talked to him about it before, so what's the point in talking about it again? Hasn't changed. I've tried different things. Nothing's worked. So why even bother? Who cares? Why would I even bother mentioning it? Who cares? Oh, they might be busy. If we took 5 seconds to think, if you're on the edge and you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you're looking over the edge and it's just a small off you go, there isn't a single person that wouldn't want that phone call. A friend of mine told me about her stepson. And his mom was just constantly getting on his ass about his grades. Like, he had C's in most of them, but just constantly up his ass. And unfortunately, the kid took his own life at 14. 14 years old. Put a gun to his temple and pulled the trigger. And she told me the first thing that her stepson's mom told her, the first thing, they were only grades. So she knew what pushed that kid over the edge, but never stopped badgering him about it. Never stopped making him feel like because he had less than perfect grades, that he was less than perfect. Didn't enforce anything, didn't reinforce anything else other than just get your grades up, you fucking worthless shit. You're better than this. And the kid might have been smart as hell. And he was just bored and just didn't care. It's like, this is all stuff that I'm already through. I don't know. I don't know the extra details, but what I share with you is what I know. But that kid didn't reach out. Or if he did, whatever little reinforcement that was put up to try and keep that was making a levy from his mom's flooding nagging wasn't enough. And that night, he was just going, I've had it. There's no way I can get away from this bitch. And he ended his life at 14. And the sad thing is that there's dozens and dozens of those stories every day. Every day. But here's the thing a lot of people don't understand. When you lose something or someone like that, there's a shape in your heart that person fills completely, or that thing fills completely. You can even say thing is a pet. That specific pet fills that spot perfectly. And when they're gone, that is real estate that needs to be filled up. But it doesn't matter how much you try to cookie cutter shit in there. It's never going to be filled the same. There's going to be parts that are just never filled. It's just not. Whether it's their name, whether it's their laugh, whether it's stories, doesn't matter. You can have an outline, and it's not going to fill it. It's not. So, like, for example, let's use what we just had. This, let's give him blue eyes, is the thing. This is the thing that you have that fits in its own little space. It's hard to do this with this little room. But just pretend this outer part's a heart, will you? Yeah, it's the fill. So this is the heart, okay? And then this person has green thumbs. This person has a shiny disposition. Is able to run like hell. And then this person goes away. And then you try to fill the rest of everything else around it. With a car, a vacation, a new kid, a new house, a new partner. There's all these things that you try and fill this with. But no matter what, you can't replace this no matter how hard you try. There's nothing you can do that fixes that spot. It doesn't work. But that doesn't mean that we can't reach out to people to help us carry things. I'll give a real quick other story. It was a night in December a few years ago. Well, I say night because I was up all night, kind of like how I was today. And all of a sudden I see a message in Discord that says, a sad day for the Burr crew as we lost my best friend's mom. And I'm like, what the fuck? Run upstairs, grab my phone. I had so many missed calls, so many voicemails, didn't listen to a single one of them. Called him back and I could hear it in his voice. I just said 2 sentences. Do you need me there? He replied with 1 word. Yes. My second sentence was, I'm getting dressed now. I'll be there in less than an hour. Hadn't slept. This is 6 o'clock in the morning. I got there just before 7. And I didn't leave that house until almost 5 that night. And I didn't do much. But what I understood from my aspect was I was there to help carry that situation for all of them. Not carry it for them, but help carry it for all of them. For him, his wife, his dad, his 2 oldest daughters, my goddaughter, and then her little sister was on the way. That's what I was there for. I was there to help carry that moment. I wasn't there to try and make them feel better. I wasn't there to try and tell them it'll be okay. I was just there. Talk to them. Listen. Share. And then a couple years later, my best friend sends me the darkest thing I've ever heard anyone send. I don't remember a single word that was in it. I just remember my feelings reading it. And I felt sick. And I told him, I said, You asked me to come out that day when you found out your mom died. You asked me to come out. I helped carry that day. It wasn't just me, but there needed to be someone else there to help carry it. And I was asked to go out there, and I took it upon myself to go. So I helped carry that day. That doesn't mean that if you think about that day, you cannot call me, because you should. And if you have the need for it, do it. But I'll help carry that day. And the situation with those guys where they were telling a friend, if I was going through some shit, would you guys be there for me? And they're like, no. There's two things that you can actually do that really kind of help people know that you're going to be there. If you can't carry the situation, you can carry them. Give you another example. Another friend of mine called me up, tears out of his ass. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? He goes, me and the girlfriend broke up. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, all right, I'm on my way. Give me a bit. And I hung up the phone. Went to Quick Trip, grabbed a 12-pack of Mountain Dew, 2 packs of Marlboro Lights, went out to his dad's place, sat in the back of my truck that I had at the time for 4 hours. Lay it all on me. And it boiled down to, she asked him, if I got pregnant, would you marry me? And he said, no, I don't want to marry you because of the kid. I want to marry you because of you. I'm not saying I won't marry you, but I'm not going to marry you just because you accidentally got pregnant. And that was all the more she heard. Like, you don't want to marry me. So she broke up with him. And he was devastated. I think it was 2 or 3 dates later, or women in dates later, is when he found his now wife. I remember there was a point in time where he called me and I was at work working overnight at Office Max. He goes, I think I'm going to ask her out. Then go fucking do it. You think, yes. You like her? Yeah. You get along? Yeah. Is there respect? Yeah. Then what the fuck are you talking to me for? Go talk to her. Rest is history. That was me carrying him. I don't need to carry that situation. When I went and sat in the back of my truck for 4 hours, smoking cigarettes and drinking Mountain Dew. That wasn't me carrying the situation. It was me carrying him. And helping get him through that situation. But far too often, there seems to be this threshold. And it goes something kind of like this. You have levels of shit. This is the no one gives a piss. No one gives a single squirt of piss. What the fuck is going on here? I'm not going to call anybody. So this is the no call. Actually, it should be no call beaker altogether. Then there's this level, where this level is maybe I'll call. It's something that bothers me, but it's not something that's detrimental. So I'm not gonna bring it up. But if someone brings up something near it, depending on the company around, I might say something. That's what that level is. That's what this level is. Then you have the I should, but I won't. That's what this level is. There's the word where I should talk to someone, but I'll I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't it'll be fine. Then there's I need to. But I won't. That's at a red level. It's like I need to call someone, but I won't. And then because all of these can be contained, then there's this level. Because this level out here, that's the I can't contain it anymore. Everything in this middle spot, everything in here, I can no longer contain. Because it's all contained in here. There was a little bit of room left at the top, and now it's just overflowed. Because we'll only call people for help with the big stuff. Just like we're only going to call, you'll ask people for help moving the big stuff in the house. But you can take every single piece that you move out of a house and apply this exact thing to it. It's only the big stuff. And to quote my favorite movie, Shelley used to think that those things were kind of trivial. And believe me, nothing is trivial. Because what it's going to end up happening is something in this situation is I have a crack here. Another one here. You may even have a gaping hole over here. And another fairly decent crack over here. But none of this stuff is without managing. But the point is that no one knows what you're going through if no one knows what you're going through. I've made it a point to tell people often, you ever want to just call and hang out, that's fine. Be like, hey, tomorrow it's a Sunday. Be here by 1. Okay. And then get there. What do you want to do? I don't know. All right. get something to eat at some point because my fat ass is starving. So, but it doesn't need to be an ordeal. Just go down to Taco Bell, get it fucking 12 tacos, and it's done. Like I'm not a hard person to please, and I like to frame myself as being someone who is very approachable. But at the same time, be approachable. Make things known. Let people know what's going on. If you want communication, give it too. Just like people know, if all of a sudden you start having problems, you're going to reach out. Even if you're not having problems. Maybe it's just one of those times where it's like, I just need to hear their voice. Call them. Because one thing I will tell you became very, very apparent to me. Once I hit 40, time's no longer on your side. You're starting that downhill slope. There's no guarantee that you're making it tomorrow. And I don't agree with people that say, live every day like it's going to be your last. That's exhausting. You can appreciate every day like it's your last. But you can't live every day like it's your last. I'm not going to go bungee jumping out of a hot air balloon every fucking day. I'm not going to go swim with sharks every fucking day. Let's calm down. Appreciate every day like it's your last. But you don't have to live that way. That's because you're gonna burn yourself out. Go, oh my God, I gotta build a cathedral in the backyard now. What? No, you can relax and enjoy the day and just appreciate existing for a day. You don't have to have every second going forward. Just, oh, no, I gotta live like it's my last. No, you don't. You need to relax. Enjoy yourself. So, bottom line is, if you got shit going on, reach out to people. You never know. Someone might be going through the exact same shit. It's just like whenever you work in an area where you deal with customers. You don't have to treat everyone that walks through the door like they're a piece of shit. But you don't have to sit there and bug and pester the hell out of them either. Be better to yourselves.